Hello, everyone. We are finally back in our actual home. And by we, I mean I'm back home. Bri has been back home for a while.
Yes. But will not be home as of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. You're off to PAX.
PAX in Philly, baby.
I don't have FOMO at all. I'm so excited, and I'm not having FOMO that I'm not going.
You're only going to get 1,000 pictures of me and Melissa.
I know. It's not fair. Hello.
What up?
So you're going to PAX this weekend, which is really fun.
You sound like a robot.
I sound like a robot now? Do I still sound like a robot? Maybe we try it again.
I mean, we can hear you. You just sound a little weird.
Do I still sound weird?
Oh, no, there you go. We're good.
We go. See, the real trick is unplugging and plugging the microphone back in.
I'm surprised that yours isn't working. I really thought it was going to be mine after I dropped it.
Valid. That was super weird because it wasn't acting up beforehand. We love an adventure when we go live.
I was like, we've only been on for 15 minutes without any issues.
Mm-hmm. All right, back to normal. Did I sound like a robot the entire time?
No, just whenever you started talking, it just like all of a sudden happened.
Weird. All right, so you're going to PAX this weekend. Did you played this past weekend in a tournament? It was a 5K?
5K, yes.
What did you play?
I played Amethyst Steel.
You played Amethyst Steel? I thought you played Sapphire Steel.
Amethyst Steel. I was going to Sapphire Steel.
Okay, that's why I was confused. I was like, I didn't make this up, did I?
No, I was committed, and then I threw an audible at the last minute, as I do, and changed decks.
Accurate.
And, oh gosh, it was just I can't think of the guy's name. The build. I can see the guy's face in my head, but I cannot think of what.
Frank's build?
Yeah, there we go. It was his build. And super fun deck, honestly. Like super fun, crazy good. Demona is amazing. Very fun deck. Honestly, no notes. I had a great time playing it just as it was. Might tweak like a cup here or there, like one or two cards, but the general cards, I was like, I don't think I would change anything about the deck itself. Yeah. It was very good. It was very fun.
I really like that as well. I played that deck last night for ICL.
Yeah, it's super fun build. We had all the cards for it also, which is partially what like steered us in that direction. I was like, oh, but we only need these couple of cards for this build, and I know that we even have them, so I can just go down the street and pick them up after I get off work.
That's fair. Did you sorry, I got distracted. Cameron closed the door because the dogs were barking. I was trying to give the dogs the ability to come in and out of the office, but they lost that privilege within the first 2 minutes of us being live, which is not shocking.
Honestly, surprising it lasted 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There was no earthquakes, though, so.
No, there weren't. That's actually the more surprising. That was why I expected to kick them out because of an earthquake, and it wasn't. I feel like, so talking about the event this weekend brings up, while I was watching the stream, because I did not get to go because I just got home, so I was not feeling in the mood to go spend my first day after being home at a tournament. As much as I love playing Lorcana, sometimes you just need a mental break. But one of the things that JDZ kept bringing up, and like some people in chat were like, they were surprised that there weren't that many players for this event because it had really good pricing.
Had great pricing.
Right. And the point that like I kind of countered was we learned about the event, like the DFW, it was posted in the DFW server, which is really good about keeping the community, like if there are any events happening in DFW, they get posted immediately. Like everybody is always like looking and paying attention. This event didn't get posted in there until like a week before the event.
Yeah. And it's in downtown Dallas. So you don't have time to like prepare to go to downtown Dallas. If you're not from around, you're not going to want to go to downtown for a tournament. But it was, I mean, no notes. The tournament was run really well. Everything went really smoothly. Ian and Matt were the judges for it. They did fantastic. The overall, no, aside from the lack of people, which could have easily been fixed with just more advertisement, they really ran a fantastic event.
Yeah, and I like truthfully, I hope they come back to the Dallas area, and I hope that we can like get a better heads up so that we can promote the event, because I think there would have been a significantly larger turnout had it been promoted more than a week in advance. Like it is still hard. Like most of the people that we play with in this area, you know, a lot have families. Like I'm just like ticking through the list in my head. Like it's hard to think of somebody who can
just go to an event.
Yeah, out of like nowhere essentially. So I think also like we're also approaching holidays. So I also think like knowing like spending $70 on an event, well, it had a really great return, is still also like a thing you have to think about and budget for. So I think had it been announced further out, there would have been a lot more participation for it.
And also the $70 for it made sense once I got there and they explained more to me. So that's for that event, for the 5K. That's also your entry into the whole convention center. So you get the wristbands to go into the big, the big Collecticon convention. But there was also a second tournament on Sunday that if you didn't make day 2 for the first tournament, then you would be entered into the second one. And since they didn't do day 2, they ended up just doing the finals same day on Saturday. Everyone got the entry into the Sunday tournament as well.
Yeah.
At least they did do it. I was like, it is a little bit more expensive than most events, but they did try it. Like, I felt like they did a good job of like, hey, this is what you're really getting out of it. And it was
agreed. Like I thought like once they shared, like it got you into a con, which I know in the past we've had events at cons where you don't find out until like the last minute that you also have to buy a ticket to the con. That has been rough because a lot of the times they've been at conventions that don't necessarily overlap interests with a lot of people in the community. Now, granted, some it may, absolutely, but a good portion it doesn't. So like the reason that person is there is for Lorcana. So it's a bummer when you also have to add like another 30, 40, who knows, $50 to get into the con, because some of those conventions are expensive to get into.
Yeah, those, and then there was a lot of booths set up, a lot more than I thought that were there that were TCGs, but it was primarily a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
There was only like 2, maybe 3 booths that actually had Lorcana.
Yeah, I still feel like at a lot of the cons, I'm seeing like more Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and only like a small selection of Lorcana. And I mean, I think that's just par for the course. Like it's still a new TCG, so it's going to take some more time for vendors at a con to be like, oh, we want to take up our booth space with Lorcana.
Yeah.
Because they have to know that they're going to be able to like flip that, because those booths aren't always cheap.
Yeah. And it was like, obviously the Card Haven they have the most singles. That's primarily, I think, what they do is cons. They're at a con every weekend, I feel like. And so they do a lot of singles. So they had Lorcana, and then they were the only ones with Lorcana singles. There was one booth that picked up a full set of first chapter Enchanteds. And so they had those. But aside from that, like, that was the only like singles product that any booth had. I looked at all of them every day.
Bri, what were you looking for?
Shiny that I didn't already have.
What shinies were you looking for?
Anything from, I think there's still some Enchanteds I need from the last set, and then
that's fair.
The current set. But this current set we weren't really buying it. I ended up getting more product, just like sealed product, because I was just like, I want to do it. And we were offered a good price on some boxes, so I got a box from one venue from El Paso that came, that had one box left whenever I got there. They brought one case with them of Lorcana to see if it would sell, to see if they want to continue bringing it. They had one box left. I was like, I'll buy it. And then I ended up getting a case from the store that was running the event, because they had brought so much product expecting a larger turnout. So they were selling the boxes at a really good deal to not have to fly them back to California.
Yeah, that's very fair. You have been having, we've had this discussion on the team. I have no more luck. It's gone. Everybody else has it. I'm very happy for everybody.
Yeah, so my first case we got this set. This has been a good set for us. First case had 3 Enchanteds and like 9 or 10 epics. Then there was only like 2 or 3 duplicates. And then this case we opened, every box had a foil legendary, and
that's good.
We got an enchanted, another one we didn't have, and then more epics that we didn't have. We have almost all of the epics now, just from opening sealed product.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then lots of bulk that's gonna get taken to G-Rod for all those kids.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah, we've been.
No, I am excited because you haven't been able to open as much sealed product lately. So I am excited that now that you are getting to open sealed product, you are having very good luck.
In the last like few times we did get sealed product, it was like one set, they were all miscut.
Yes.
And then got a whole bunch of dead the next one after that, where it was just like, it makes you not want to buy sealed product, because like there's no point. Like, I'm going to buy this and then end up having to buy the singles anyways. So.
And that's the one thing I will say. I did not have luck with Enchanteds, but I have had fine luck with like variety of cards. Like I pulled my Cinderellas, I pulled my Hades, I pulled the legendaries, and have play sets plus. So definitely not having any issues there. It just stinks when you buy sealed product, and like I bought my cases and I had multiple dead cases, which it feels really bad, because that is most of the time people
you should at least get something.
Yes. So that feels
statistically speaking, you should get something. No, yeah. But still haven't ripped my dream of an enchanted discard. So if I did get to watch Liam do it.
I was like, did you see? I was watching that live, and I was.
You messaged me like immediately.
Yes, his reaction was so precious. I loved it.
I was like watching after. I was like, man.
So we have gotten some like decent news over the past week. We got Set Champs, which let me pull up. Maybe if we want to load. Do we not? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just didn't like that I had something covering the screen, apparently. So we have our first Fab 5 member as a Set Champ card.
That's true. And I love Daisy, but I'm not going to lie, I was not as excited about this as I thought it was going to be whenever I heard Daisy.
I like it. I like the art. I like the playmat.
I don't know what it is. Like, I can't put my finger on. I'm like, I don't dislike anything about it. Like, I just, it's not one of those where I'm like itching to get it.
Yeah, that's fair. So Set Champs will be in January. So excited for those. We also found out on Monday on the Lumineers that CCS is coming to Texas.
Whoop, whoop.
So the 25K in March and in May will both be down in Houston. So they had Charles on from Charlie's Collectible, and they are opening a location in Houston as well as in, I think Raleigh was the other place. And essentially the goal is to have all of the invitationals that they do for Lorcana and other TCGs spread out throughout the United States. So it'll be easier for more people to get to them.
We were really excited when we heard Houston and we were like, come on, it's like Southwest Houston. So we're like, oh, it's not like right next to where we would stay at, but you know.
Yeah.
It's a drive instead of a flight.
Yes, exactly. It's a drive instead of a flight, and it gives me an excuse to go stay with my best friend from college. So I'm excited.
Deckard has one of his little best friends, which is Joey's like best friend from high school. One of his best friends from high school is down in Houston. When we go down there, we stay with him. Joey's mom is down there. We can see her. Lots of people down there. Every time we go to Houston, it's like it has to be a whole weekend thing. So there's lots of people we have to see and things to do.
Yeah.
And then also pop into all of the favorite LGSs down there.
Yeah, because Joey lived down there for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He, especially Heroes, I think, is down there in Houston that he really likes. The guy is super nice that runs it. Like, I've met him all of like 2 or 3 times, but he remembers Joey and he remembers me and Deckard from coming in with Joey, and he's always super cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited because this will, I think, be the first ones we get to go to. I know we originally were going to go to some earlier on, and then both of us have had stuff pop up. So it's super exciting because they're going to be doing the Lorcana Ladies Championships, the kids, they call it the Rising Star event.
I'm excited because that means if it's in Houston, that means Lorcana kid Derek will probably be able to go.
I would agree with that, yeah. And then those both qualify you for the 50K invite, which will be in the summer. And that will be back in Atlanta. They said they'll be hosting it back in the original store. But I think the Houston location has like availability, I think, for over 700 people.
That sounds right.
Which is
massive.
My brain can't even wrap around that number in a store. And I know it's like bigger than a store, but
that's
not
it's like,
not at a convention center or something. It's just going to be at this.
They could easily hold a CCQ and just be like, oh, we're just going to throw one here and then just sell out immediately in their own space. all of
And
that.
they do have a CCQ in December. Their event, because they talked about that a little bit, and Liam asked about like how the process went, and they didn't get into super detailed like how that process works, but they did say that it was pretty easy to like go through. The biggest piece was making sure that you had all of the information up front. So when you apply to host a CCQ, you have to have all that information laid out and the event essentially planned before you submit it to Ravensburger. The biggest thing that they talked about was the fact that I guess whoever is in charge of that had like 10,000 emails in their inbox.
Oh my.
And I was like, it'll take a hot minute to go through 10,000 emails. As someone who I joke pretty regularly that my job is emails, that is more emails than I get in a week, and I would not be excited to have that many to go through. So I do think it's a good reminder that the team is small, and yeah, if one person has to shift through 10,000 emails, yeah, it's going to take a little bit, and they are trying their best. So definitely reminded me that grace is something we got to give that team, because I can't imagine going through 10,000 emails.
No, thank you. That does not sound like something I would want to do at all. Like,
no,
I don't have the attention span for that.
I don't have the attention span for that.
I would be like, I took like 3. They're probably saying the same thing.
Well, this weekend we had a lot of events.
Shout out to Melissa, won the TFM 3K.
Yeah. And I have that deck. The first deck I have is from an event in the UK. So this is a Sapphire Steel list. This took first place, I believe. Let me pull up the link. It was a 77 player event. And it was just like a case. I think it was they were playing for a case or cash. I don't remember. It doesn't really say what it was for, but this list is good.
It's very fun.
I think Cinderella is living up to the hype.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm never going to get this enchanted though. I'm convinced.
So pretty.
It's so pretty, but she's going to hide from me like the Amber one did in set 2. So I can feel it.
Like, no.
I can feel it in my soul. Cause don't worry. Bri, would you like to know how many foils I've pulled of her already?
1,
2.
2?
Yep. 2. And I have pulled more than a play set of her, which I mean, I'm not mad at, but not the enchanted.
Yeah, we got her in foil and non-foil, and I was like, okay, now we need the enchanted. Like,
yes, exactly. Jasmine is doing work in this build as well.
Jasmine's such a good card. She was good in this deck the last set though too.
Yeah, and I've seen people playing this build with and without Jasmine.
I've done it with and without, and I like her so much with.
Yeah, I also feel like the 5-drop is really important against any of your matchups that have evasive heavy decks. It's just like the card just lives beating up on those cards so easily. Like it takes out genies, and with 7 willpower, I mean, it's going to stay there for a while too.
Yeah.
And I have also enjoyed seeing people use Beyond the Horizon because we know my love of that card.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like seeing it used positively in a Sapphire deck, but I'll forgive it because it is Steel Sapphire, not Ruby Sapphire.
Oh, Ruby.
I don't miss Ruby. It can stay gone.
I missed Ruby Amethyst, which Joey did play a build of it over the weekend, and it was doing the things. I mean, top whatever for a reason, but it's not quite there yet.
Not quite there, yeah. The next list I have is from the Czech Open, and this was, let me see how many people were at this event. It was a big event.
I love those Cheshire Cats.
That card is so good.
They're also in that Amethyst Steel list, and they're so good.
My computer is taking a moment to decide to load if it would like to or not load this deck list from Ink Decks so I can check how many people. I should have put it in our notes, but I know that this was another big event.
Only 2 Demonas in this. I love the Demona card, but it's really good in the Steel because the Steel doesn't have quite as much draw. This one has so much draw you don't really need her as much, but she's like a big beefy dock.
Yeah.
But you also refill your opponent's hand, so there's like always you have to take that into account because sometimes you don't want that. You want your opponent to not have anything, but
yeah, I still think that this is a strong deck from Fabled into the Whispers meta. I think it still has to figure out its matchups, though, because other builds got so much stronger. I don't think it got this deck by any means got.
It was already so good that it's hard to make it just a lot better.
Right. So I think just a lot of the matchups that were way more favorable for this deck got a little bit more even. Definitely, I think the Amethyst Steel matchup against this deck feels way better now.
Oh yeah, I would play against this and I was just like, I was feeling real confident.
I like seeing the Hades, the 5-drop Hades in this build too.
Yeah, that Hades is so good. Or it's just I am interested. I did frustrate the heck out of Luke. It was very funny. I was playing against him. He was on pretty much this exact list. Every time he would play Hades, I was like, "You're not drawing from it," and he was like, "But I need to draw." I was like, "No, I'm not letting you draw." And he was like, "That no."
It is interesting though. I think you brought up a really good point though. I would be interested to know if anyone played this deck with Demonas in it. Were you just inking Demona? Unless you had no hand at all. I
saw Demona hit the inkwell a lot whenever I was playing against or watching Blurple, because there was quite a bit of Blurple over the weekend. Every time I was watching, I saw that big Demona in that deck hit the inkwell quite a bit.
I think I would almost in this build want to take the Demonas out and add another Cheshire Cat and maybe even 2 and go down.
So big, and she quests for 2, and there's not a whole lot that quests for a lot in that build, which is what a lot of people had her in there for more, was just that she's big, she sticks around, she quests for 2.
Yeah, I think I would almost rather still, because you have so many other big bodies in this build, that the Cheshire Cat feels like it would be better value in this, because I think I could see myself with this build ending up with too many cards in hand to play her effectively.
See, I would take out Monstro before I'd take out.
Oh, and see, I would take Demona out,
a lot,
add Cheshire Cat, add 1 Cheshire Cat, and probably 2, and then go down to 2 Monstros and add a big Elsa in this list.
Yeah, big Elsa is so good.
I also love Madame Mim Elephant. I think that card is really good.
Yeah. Demona just exerts everything also. So if you're in that standoff, the Demonas can flip the tide of the game so quick.
Yeah, and I think that that's it's definitely a good Elsa, like having that exertion of all the characters.
Yeah. So it's just like there is no selection, nothing. It exerts everything. Because there was quite a few people trying to play different, like the blue-green deck has a lot of ward characters in it. And so it's a good way to be able to just that Demonas feel very good against that build specifically. Like you can't shift your cows if your cows get exerted and I squish them before that.
Yes. And that's why I like this card. I love Demona. Like I think the card is amazing. I just don't, to me, I feel like it wouldn't be as valuable in this deck particularly.
That's fair. I'm also in my high up. I love her from the Amethyst Steel, so I am biased.
There's I am with you fully on that, and we'll get to that when we pull up Melissa's deck. I have her deck in here. We also had a CCQ this weekend in Barcelona, and Dogs took that.
Yeah.
With the Webby.
What Dan had built, looks like.
Mowgli in this build is wonderful. That card is just so good.
I haven't opened a ton of him.
Should you need any, I have opened a lot of him. I have no shortage. I think there's always like one super rare that I get a lot of. And it's funny because it's on this list next to Lilo. And that was the other one that I had so many. Lilo actually funded when we went to SCG Con in Denver, that funded, did I get Tinker? Oh no, I got the Stitch promo.
Yeah.
I did not win a Stitch promo. So I finally was able to pick that up. And it was mainly because I had so many Lilos I could sell.
And they were going for quite a bit. And you had I think 12 or something that you were like, I can all of these. And they were like, we will buy all of them.
Yeah. The other thing that's been really strong in this build is Go-Go's. Go-Go in this meta is busted.
Because there's so many things like the Demonas and the monsters.
Big bodies. Yeah.
Big Vincenzo's, like just big bodies. Where it's like, okay, yeah, you have those. I don't have any big bodies, but it doesn't matter. I don't need them. Go for the goal.
Yeah.
Go for game.
And this is an Amethyst Emerald build. This was PH Dan, who is a member of the DFW community. This was his list from the Saturday event. I forgot I was going to reach out to Randall to get his list. But also I realized that he might be playing that. So I didn't think he'd want to maybe throw that one out there yet. He's got a spicy build of this.
Yes.
The Webby shift line, so busted. Have you played against this with your Amethyst Steel?
No, I have not.
Okay, so this is what I played I played against this last night in the ICL, and it's not an unwinnable matchup. You just have to be very diligent in the matchup because it can get out of hand very quickly. And also the fact that they have the Prince Phillips malicious, mean, and scary combo is another really hard thing to play around because there really isn't a way to play around it.
Yeah, that's hard it's hard enough in the Sapphire Emerald. Don't want to. This is just another deck with it.
Exactly. But this deck is really fun. This is another deck that I would like to play this set because I do really enjoy Emerald Amethyst. I think it's very fun. I think also Demona is really good in this build. This is where I say, like, I'm a huge Demona fan. It feels weird in the Blurple deck because there's so much card draw that I feel like you're essentially just playing it to exert your opponent's characters, which isn't a bad reason to play it. But I don't love, like, that I potentially wouldn't be able to ready it because I have too many cards in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to have the ink to be able to just dump.
And I mean, typically you do have a lot of ink in that build. And then last but certainly not least, in Lizard Kitty I Trust, I told her that I named my deck because I copied her build card for card for my match last night. And this was amazing. I think it's very close to Frank's list. What was the difference in the list that you played?
Off the top of my head, there is no Timothy Mouse, no Royal Guard. There's one more of the small Demona. There's no little Tinkerbell. There's no White Rose.
You didn't play any Tinkerbell?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that
cat I could deal enough damage to deal with the flying elephant between that and then evasive characters. I had the genie in that has the steel genie that gets evasive on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
The Dumbos.
Yeah, I think my in this build in particularly, the two cards that I felt like were probably some of the strongest that I was not expecting is the Timothy Q Mouse. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Sorry, I got distracted by the bang. The Timothy Q Mouse and the Baby Demona.
Baby is very good.
The Timothy Q Mouse, the fact that its stats lines are 1/4, and then if you have another evasive character, it quests for 2. I got so much lore off of him, and my opponents were worried about other cards in my deck over him. So I was able to not only use him as like a target with Cheshire Cat, but just quest so much with him. It felt very, very good.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Key Hurl with Cinderbolts. I had more of them in my deck than just one, though.
Yeah, I honestly liked that as a 1 of. I could see maybe going up to a 2 of. It felt good, but I honestly didn't feel like I needed it that much. I think the strength and he hurled his Thunderbolt felt good. I liked being able to, particularly because there are a lot of people running Ursula right now. It felt good not having a ton of actions that they could rip out of my hand, as well as the what card is that? The card that basically you discard at random, and if it's an action, you deal damage. That's the other one.
Basil. Oh, wait, no.
No, I don't.
That's the
It's one of the new cards.
Gargoyle. I have him in my build.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good. I really like him. David. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have him in there instead of the Tinks, and then I had 4 strength, and I think 3 of the He Hurled Cinderbolts.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about Lexington? And the reason I ask is because alert is a new keyword over evasive. So I was just curious.
I like, because he's big, I have to like translate it in my brain because the amount of times where I would be like alert, like not seeing the evasive right there in the beginning where I'm like I'm like, it would throw me off just a little bit, but I was like, take my brain a second to catch up. But
I really liked it.
Like, he's just for a 4/4. Like,
Yes.
He's a decent sized body. Like, I just liked having him in there just for the 4/4-ness of him.
Lexington and Black Heron felt really good because where typically I would obviously you're trying to develop your board.
Yeah.
But I don't feel bad turning a few cards sideways like Lexington or Black Heron because my opponent has to trade into them. They're going to take your character out as well. So it doesn't feel it feels like a good trade in my mind most of the time.
Yeah. Or if there's something larger to deal that you have to get rid of, it's something good that you can use comboed with that Calhoun to gain the 2 lore off of still.
Absolutely. Yep.
Finish it off with the Calhoun. That feels a lot better than just trading stuff into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Lexington.
I definitely the card value in this set feels real good. The stat line buff spot.
As of like, it's just an uncommon, and it feels so good.
Yeah, I think both of these cards we see more of.
Especially if you're gonna play the Demona soon. David discard doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. And that's I think the other reason I really like this Amethyst Steel build this set is I just feel like there's so many cards in your deck that constantly are drawing you cards that you get down to 1 or 2 cards. Cool. The likelihood that my next card that I draw off the top of my deck is a draw card is ridiculous. I mean, looking at this.
Also, what I liked about it is there's not a ton of uninkables. So it was like I was at 5 ink. I had 1 card in hand. It was Big Demona, and I was playing against, I'm pretty sure, Steven. And so he knew I had Demona in my hand. We were just talking. It was our friend. That's where we get better. I'm like, who cares if we're at a competitive tournament? We're friends first. Playing, and he just had Demona. He's like, oh, if you just like don't draw an inkable, and I'm like, the likelihood of me drawing an uninkable is so low. Touch it, got to boom, got Demona, and he's like, oh no.
How many uninkables were you running in your build?
It was here. Let me pull it up. I have my list. Hold, please.
If you send me your list, I can pull it up and screen share it.
Why is it there? We go here. Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to you.
Maybe I should say. I'm giving myself a lot of credit for a deck that I did not prepare with.
We can compare there. It's on Discord. Yeah. On Inkables, let's see. We have
okay. Loop.
8, it looks like. It's hard to see this on my phone. 12. There we go. 12 uninkables.
Okay. Yeah. So I was running only 9 in that build.
Yeah, it's the because I have 3 Thunderbolt, 4 Genie, 3 Calhoun, and then 2 Docs.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, it definitely feels
like literally it is Frank's build, just no notes. I just haven't saved it because it's fizzy and purple.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting to name a deck that just because of Up.
That's a good name for a deck. I would agree with that. I also like that for this set, it can be PS10.
Yes. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking. Stella is currently trying to climb through the window, apparently.
Oh, I mean, it's funny because my dogs just heard them.
Yeah, that's why I heard them start barking. I was like, no, that's Stella's fault.
That's Stella's fault. Whoops.
Oopsies.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, the deck is very good. I like the combo of them. There was never a point where I was just like, this feels bad.
Are there any decks? So we talked a little bit about Amethyst, Ruby Amethyst. Do we think we're going to see that come into the meta over the next few weeks?
I think we are.
I can see it coming. Like I can see it getting played more.
Super top, like where it's going to be real heavy, where it's going to shift, like everyone's going to be playing it, but there is going to be more of it than we've seen the last two sets.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more viable than with Fabled. I just don't necessarily think I see it becoming like we might see one or two in top 16. I don't know if I see it getting past that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have enough there of people that I feel like that are very good deck builders that are going to be those Ruby Amethyst diehards that are working on it, that I think it's just a matter of time where it's just like it's getting there. Like I said, like we have the build that we were trying, because I love a good Ruby Amethyst, but
absolutely,
it's very good, and I just wanted an excuse to play Hades or Hercules, not Hades, Hercules and Hades in the same deck, but like it's very good. It's just Joey and Capu both were playing it over the weekend. I don't think anyone else was on that color combo.
I know I was bugging Dan and Melissa. They were streaming before we went live, and I was bugging them. They were just doing some gameplay, and Melissa was chat picked a Ruby Am list for Melissa to play.
Oh.
It was also very funny because Dan's daughter came down and was mad that chat picked Ruby Amethyst over Amethyst Steel. And I was like, I like her.
I forgot. There was 3 on Ruby Amethyst. Sharp Gaming.
Someone from the Incredibles, or not Incredibles, Inkfinity.
Literally the owner of Sharp Gaming. Him and his wife were there. And I cannot for the life of me think of her name right now, and I feel so bad. They were there, and she was on Ruby Amethyst. He was not playing, but she was.
And I saw some of those matchups. She ran into really bad matchups when she was on stream.
Yeah. She played Joey on day 2, and I think that was the top 16. If it was the round, I think before the last round.
Okay.
Last round, and she was still on the Ruby Amethyst, but on Sunday Joey was playing Amethyst Steel, because we only had one deck that day, and Decker was also with us that day, so only one of us played.
Gotcha. That's fair.
And
oh no, Bri is frozen. I lost her.
Am I back?
Hold on, you're coming back. Momentary. Yeah, it's back now. It's nice having the bars there, because I can tell that it is the.
It's like the same time every night. It crashes. I don't know why. It's super weird.
Told the kid down the street to stop. Stop playing Fortnite. We're streaming.
But she was very sweet. Everyone got to see Deckard, how he likes to slam a jam of packs.
Yes, that's my favorite.
best unfiltered moment of the weekend. Everyone was dying laughing. We go to open our packs and we go to our table. He's all excited because we just bought the box. I got the box at like a crazy good deal for following them on Instagram. And I was super excited. So me and Bubba were like, he was like, cards, mama, my cards. And so we opened them as we do. I gave him a pack, gave him his cards to flip, and he flips it and says a word that we cannot say on stream. For the first time.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
And we were sitting there, and Lindsay was sitting next to me, and me and Lindsay looked at each other, and she just started dying. And I was like, I'm so glad that somebody else heard that to believe me that this just happened. And then I think like 4 people all turned around, like, we all heard it, everybody. And everyone is just laughing. And then we continue to open more cards, and I'm trying to get us to say anything but that word. Thank you, Dad. I blame him.
Always Dad's fault. Duh.
And every single time was just, I was like, no, you're supposed to say yay. Like, happy, it's good. We're happy we're opening cards. Like, and eventually he was like, he kept doing it. I was like, okay, we're going to stop opening these now. This is just getting embarrassing. So like, what a great first impression. Me and my son for JDZ and Sharp Gaming and people that I'm sure have only heard of us, like we've talked to online or like never actually met in person. And then first impression is my almost 2-year-old. Yay! We love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's so great. I love that. That's hilarious. Honestly, everybody else probably thought it was very humorous.
Me and Lindsay were dying laughing. I was like trying so hard to hold it in so he didn't like, I was like, because if he sees me laughing, it's gonna just skyrocket. So I was like holding it in and looking at Joey because I was like trying to just let the anger of him him learning it take over. Because I already know one word that he for sure learned from Dad's driving. And I was like, but it was like the situation of him when he opened it, I was like, we might go, oh, dead pack. But like we don't, that's it. Like we don't know where that one came from. Left field. I was like, that's new.
Yeah. So we do have a fun new announcement to share. We will be starting to stream some more content. We're going to be working with some members of the community as well as just other content creators and streaming both competitive and casual games. It won't be on like, obviously, Wednesdays. We have our Enchanted Chatter, so it won't fall on Wednesday nights, but basically throughout the rest of the week, you'll see us pop on randomly, and we'll give everybody a heads up. We'll share on social before we go live, and we're slowly starting to figure out who's going to be joining us. But it is an open invitation. We wanted to have like a casual way of getting some more deck content out into the community and giving some other really awesome players opportunities to be on the show and hang out with us. So sometimes it'll be Bri or I playing the person. Other times it may be Bri and I chatting with the 2 players while they play. It's gonna be a fun time. So it will be a casual environment, but sometimes it'll be competitive decks. So there'll be meta decks. Other times we'll have silly decks, like maybe I need to bust my puppies out. So what is your go-to fun deck?
Go-to fun deck? Yeah. I have a Frozen theme Blurple deck.
Yeah.
Which is like everything, like that's where I do my decks is like I have a lemon lime, all puppies, because of the set one, I think like Cruella, Sudden Chill, like it's for sure like infinity format because there's I'm pretty sure the entire deck is banned from Core Constructed at the moment. But
Yeah,
like I pick a movie and I like to build off of like, oh, all of this goes with this one movie.
mm-hmm. Yes, Kirby as well as my husband love the brooms deck. Every time a new set comes out, my husband's like, "Are there more brooms?"
We haven't
And I
gotten
get very sad when there are not more brooms.
there haven't been brooms in a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we got a broom.
Get it together, RB.
We need some more brooms. Absolutely could use some more brooms. So that's our fun update of the night. What other things do we have going on?
I will be at PAX in Philly, I believe in the morning, to be there tomorrow. And
are you going to be playing for a playmat while you're there?
I will be. I've made it my goal of the weekend to come home with a playmat.
I love it. Feel free to come home with 2.
So I was like, I need it. So I was like, just like picked a deck and have just been practicing that deck to actually be prepared instead of just like, you know what? I'm gonna switch decks. Or
your favorite thing to do?
Yeah.
The con mat. So it is. I should.
Last year at PAX they had the 2025 one, so I'm hoping that they should have the 2026 ones this year already. Because last year they had the 2025 ones.
Because I don't think they've announced 2026 mats yet. Or are you just manifesting 2026 mats?
Last year they had the 2025 ones already, so I'm manifesting. This also PAX this year is like earlier than usually.
I did find it relatively quickly. I am proud of myself.
I'm excited.
It just takes so many clicks to.
Also excited to bring it to see Melissa.
Yeah. Ignore all the ads, but this is what the convention mat looks like.
Yeah. I want to win one. It's not as cool as Kyle's, like from the first like Gen Con, but it is pretty cool.
That one I definitely like better. That's just the 2024 one, right?
That was 2025.
No, that he has the 2024 con mat, right?
This was 2023.
All right. Now I'm going into the
that they had.
Oh,
because he got it at the first Gen Con that it was announced at.
I believe we just got either followed or rated by oh boy. This is what happens when I'm not stream manager. That's what I want, the button I want. But yeah, we just got rated. I was like, wait a minute. Hello, everyone from the ICL. Welcome.
Hello. We're talking
we were talking through my deck that I played last night on the ICL actually earlier. It was also Melissa's deck that she won with over the weekend. Very good build. And now we're just heading through. Bri is going to PAX as I draw a blank. I wanted to call it Gen Con for a second, and I was like, my brain was like, that's not right. That's not where we're going.
We're having a whole new Gen Con just for me.
Yeah, the 2024 mat was very good. We were discussing the con mats.
Yes, because I am going to be coming home with one this weekend. We're manifesting. Everyone, I need you to manifest that for me also, because we need all the help we can get.
You are right. There is a 2023 one. I think that's the one.
Because that was the year that it came out.
Yes. So
It had like all the set one characters on it.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, this one, I really like this one. And then I have the 2024 one, which I also really like because I like the Hey Hey and Belle that are on it. This 2023 one is very good. And Kyle won the first mat.
Yes. Yeah, he won it at Gen Con the first year that it was.
Yeah, it was the first tournament ever.
Yes, and that's when Kyle won it.
But
and then the 2024 one, I don't remember if Kyle won, but I remember I was with.
Yeah, he has a copy. I think he has a 2024 one as well.
Yeah, I was like, but he wasn't at PAX, but Carl at PAX was who won it last year. My brother-in-law, Katie's husband.
Mm-hmm.
That one last year. I was like, who was with me? I was like, someone won one last year whenever I was with them. I couldn't remember who it was, but it was Carl. K-Bearski.
And I feel like there are a lot of tournaments, like a lot more ways you can win the mats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
Yeah, there was multiple tournaments last year that they could do them on, versus I think whenever Kyle did it, there was only like one or two. And it was like top X amount, get a playmat, like top 8 or something like that. Got a playmat, and then that was it.
Well, hopefully you're showing off your new mat next week on the show. Manifesting it.
Go get put in a pod that does not have Melissa and Dan in it, so I can still win my mat and we don't have to beat friends to get it.
Yeah, that is the. I was like, sometimes that is like the downside of those, like the con events, because I feel like you end up getting stuck with your friends.
Yes.
And we're like, go away. I didn't want to be paired into you.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Melissa, you were supposed to be over there. Fix it. Go over there.
Well, I don't think I have anything else for us tonight. I think that's everything for this week to go over. Hopefully we get some more updates during the Lorecast tomorrow.
Yeah, if anyone's in Philly over the weekend, feel free to say hi. I might look a little stressed out because I will have a toddler with me, but we'll be switching off. So
yes, everybody say hi to Bri. I will sadly not be there. I will have FOMO and be here in Texas, but still recovering from all of my traveling.
It's okay. We'll have too many calories at Fogo for you.
That sounds wonderful. Well, everyone have a great rest of your evening. If you haven't already, follow all the things Enchanted Chatter on social, and come hang out with us next Wednesday as well. And we'll see you later. Bye, y'all.